turn to dust, right?
As far as I remember, you guys dusted that bitch last time, so she's gone.
Yeah, she got dusted, and I have her spellcasting focus.
Focus, focus. I stole your focus.
Yep.
Does anyone have
One
alter
die.
self?
I don't think I have alter self, but I do have disguise self.
That's like, how long does that last?
Like an hour, the spell, but I also have the hat of disguise, which
Hmm.
just lasts as long as you're wearing it, I believe. Let me double check.
An attunement item of this.
I don't think so.
Fuck, you spell disguise. Oh, there we go.
It's also not in my inventory. What the fuck?
You also have a hat of disguise.
Mm-hmm. Which for some reason isn't in my inventory, so I will just add that very quickly.
Alright, I think first things first, out of character. We just toppled a monarch. We just created a power vacuum. That is bad. It is very bad.
Oh, Gabe, did you ever create the item for those earrings?
Shit, I knew I was forgetting something.
While we dick around, go ahead and cobble those together.
Yeah.
I imagine that Gregory and Vicky have disappeared into a mist, into the MacGuffin zone.
Nah, they've fucked off to investigate for other strange artifacts and whatnot. Any other secrets the castle might be holding.
Alright, so they're in the MacGuffin zone. Alright. Well, my compatriots, I believe we have a matter of pressing concern. As you can see, the throne is empty. There are a few things.
And this place is a mess.
Yes, it is. The only place, the only thing more concerning than a monarch is the absence of a monarch. So we should probably rectify this as quickly as we can. I can only imagine that
Anybody know how to fake a will?
Oh, wait, I might have a fortune kit. One sec.
Actually, not a half bad idea.
Never mind.
I believe the first thing that we should do is see if we can disguise ourselves as the queen. Because those coming to investigate this castle will probably be well inclined to see the queen alive and well, which will allow us to bide some time and figure out the situation in the capital.
Well, I do.
Let me check my spells.
I do have this. And he pulls out the hat of disguise, which Gabe, I forget what kind of hat you said it was, but I remember it was something.
It was a very fancy top hat.
Yeah. Cop pulls out the top hat. The bad news is I think it takes a while for you to attune to it. And
I don't think the queen would wear a top hat.
I also don't think anyone's gonna question the queen's fashion choices too harshly.
Hey, Gabe, just for the sake of expediency, I brought up the plan about using alter self to make myself look like the queen. Can I just charitably have a scroll from Gregory? This alter self will make this go by a lot smoother because I will sound like her too.
Sure, by all means.
Alright, let me add it. Alright,
While Gregory's not here, we get to choose what spell deeds we got.
let me just add I'm gonna cast a spell. Let me see here. Alter self. It has been cast. It is in the spell scroll. It lasts for about an hour. Actually, before I cast it, I'll have to reconnoiter the grounds to get some bearings. Now, there is an unmistakable pile of queen ash here. I suppose the most pressing matter is to determine the line of succession. I imagine there will
Opal
likely
is going
be
to
a
really
war card.
quickly. Opal is going to really quickly pick up one of the rugs and sweep the queen's dust under the rug. With a
Thought
wing.
it's just gonna cast prestidigitation on the ashes.
I am
No,
gonna.
that takes away from the joke. Just
gonna-
Oh,
sweep
wait,
it
no,
under the
to
rug.
push them under the rug.
How about we don't disturb the crime scene, so that when people come and we tell them a story, can fit undisturbed scene.
We literally just fought a monster here. This scene is not undisturbed.
You realize that there's a distinction between fact and fiction, correct? And that if someone comes here and asks us if we did anything with the scene, we could have said no, and it would have been true. We would have stood up to zone of truth and all manner of utter scrutiny, but now we have sullied the scene. We do not have the truth on our side.
Well, you haven't.
All right.
So if someone asks if you disturb the crime scene, even if they refer to all of us, you could technically take it as a loophole and say that you have not.
That is true. I believe the next pressing task is to determine the line of succession. And then we can figure out what to do with that.
I mean, I imagine, isn't, like, now that Craigery is back in his, identity from before amnesia and shit, as long as folks know he's back, isn't he technically next in line?
Okay, so Gregory is technically the next in the line of succession, if I remember right, out of character.
Yeah, like, we've already
However,
discussed
I believe
this.
we've taken steps to ensure that people don't know he's back yet.
The idea
Okay,
was for it to be a bit more subtle. Although at this point in time, now that the queen is fucking dead, it might not be functional.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we're going to. I believe the. Okay, I guess Gregory rounds the corner. And Cruz gives a faint little kind of nod. Gregory, it seems you've returned.
Gregory is back from taking a fat shit at the beginning of the session. Right. Gregory does the nod in return, but like only half as enthusiastically.
Recall
Because
you are also
he's
holding the
opulent.
lodestone, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, I suppose since we are now in the presence of the ultimate monarchical authority in the land, Cruz yet again gives Gregory a faint bow. We should begin the procedures for coronation and solidify their rule.
Gregory gives an awkwardly uncomfortable look.
The people aren't going to accept that if it's done in secret.
People might not accept it either way. We're still
Yes, but
determining.
even fewer will accept it if it's done behind closed doors.
Suppose so. Although that's how most everything around here is done, it seems.
Suppose we're going to have to figure out how this area puts on airs. I've noticed that the queen was not wearing a crown. As that was disintegrated, suppose we're going to have to find the royal accoutrement and figure out who is going to officiate the coronation ceremony and broadcast it to the masses. And then
So
we'll
I'm
have to
gonna
break the bad
interrupt
news.
this for a second. Gregory, by reference, you are the royal accoutrement. Just so happens to be a spellcasting focus, one of which is the ugly fucking thing that Cod is carrying at this current moment.
I see.
Oh, is it this thing?
It's the like gem in it.
The one that appears very corrupted. Yes.
Yeah,
The one that Cot is holding out to you and asking, "Is it this thing?"
Gregory will nod. It doesn't look as though it's perfectly whole, though. Perhaps.
No offense, but that thing is hideous.
Gregory shrugs. I don't have an eye for such things. Perhaps it would be good, though,
Go
to
with your
create...
outfit at all.
In retrospect, most of Gregory's outfit is from you, because you gave him a scarf and a fucking hat. So, most of the salient features of Gregory's outfit, besides the, cloak bestowed by a goddess, which can change, basically, it will, all of it is just things that you've given him. If it doesn't go with my outfit, that's kind of on you.
I mean, it's not her fault that the royal accoutrement does not fit what she picked. She
So
didn't
I'm
even know what the fucking thing looked like before now.
I'm curious if we could create a forgery or something of this, because it doesn't seem... It doesn't
That'd
seem
be
like a
easy.
good thing to have around.
Okay, DM, if it's all right, Cot is going to do a either a check with his jeweler's kit skill or Arcana skill, whichever you think is most appropriate. He has the dueling experience. He doesn't necessarily have fixing magical artifact experience, but we know someone who does. He wants to figure out, hey, between my jeweler skills and Cecil's artificer bullshit, is this something we can maybe either repair or make look not as corrupted?
Go
Character
ahead and
really
give
quick.
me an Arcana check.
Character
Come on,
really
come on.
quickly. Games, they're called Dazzle Delights. Although I will admit, Pseudo Snacks is also a good name.
Anyone help on that Arcana check?
I will.
See if I am.
Can someone roll Arcana for me by proxy? Because I'm currently in my car.
Give me a
I'll
minute.
just say you're helping Cot.
Cool.
34.
There you go. I'm very helpful.
34 Arcana.
Hell yeah.
Believe me, the best.
Oh my god. Okay. So
The DC is 35. I'm gonna smack you.
I don't think your arm reaches that long.
Wait. Hold on a second. Gabe, are you ready? Guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't
Or
have
Bardic
guidance.
Inspiration.
Nonetheless,
Never mind, I don't
that's
have
gonna.
guidance.
Nonetheless, you're getting ahead of yourself. So that's more than enough. You reason just by the fact that it feels kind of it feels odd, even though you are holding this thing by like a cloth. You've wrapped this thing up while you're inspecting it. You feel you don't like touching it, let alone dealing with it. You think it might be possible between like both you and Cecil to probably fix this, but Gregory, you come up with you start scheming a better plot. How and you start thinking, how bad would it look if you, perchance, revealed that a sacred artifact, like one that's been with like every royal family for generations in Colrin. How bad do you think it would look if they found out that it was corrupted and basically tarnished beyond usability?
That ought to stir things up a bit.
That's gonna piss in their Cheerios.
If the
Yeah.
Empress was the one to let it happen, that fucks up her legacy a little bit.
To be fair,
Yeah. She doesn't have much of one of those.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying we make it even worse.
Why has this artifact become corrupted?
Yeah, I'm carrying in my Walmart shopping, so I'm gonna be on mute.
Does the 34 Arcana check tell me?
Okay. It tells you a lot, actually. As a matter of fact,
I'm gonna ride that for as long as possible.
the paladin, despite the fact that he's not using his divine sense, can immediately detect that there is some fiendish fuckery going on with this crystal.
Huh. What would I get if I use... Actually, I'm just gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna use my divine sense. This is the most divine sense I've ever used. I've burned through half of these motherfuckers.
You're welcome. You will use them more. You should use them more.
Usually I see somebody and I don't even know if they're evil because they're like a huge dragon, or they're like cackling at me and saying they want to like kick a puppy or something.
Har har. Anyway. Yeah,
But what do my Fey eyes see?
your Fey eyes see that you see your Fey eyes see some Fey fuckery.
Oh.
This looks as if like someone bastardized like not only like fiend but also like other methodologies to create something. And intently speaking, it seems like if someone were to manifest it properly, it looks like a control crystal, at least to you. Like it looks like something that something would use to maintain control over a body. Not only that, one odd thing that strikes you out of curiosity is that this thing has a purple chain going outside of the castle through a wall, and you can't and judging from the direction, you imagine it has to do with those people at the docks.
Now, what do you mean by people at the docks?
You recall the people at the docks who were set to be disintegrated?
You know, the ones we pulled off of that ship in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, so if we fuck up the link between the gem and the people, they can't like insta blow them up.
Now, I'd like to parse to see if the corruption is something that was purposefully added to the crystal, or if it is simply a consequence of someone using it and then it got corrupted. So is it a bug or is it a feature?
It is most definitely a bug.
Could I reconsecrate it?
You could if you tried.
Let's see here, what the fuck do I have? Look through my spell book really quick.
I'm rather open to any solution here, so go for it.
Well, Hallow should do it if you have that.
Ugh, I'm all out of 5th level slots.
You also surmise that a divine smite might work.
Ooh. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Oh, wow. Tell me I have to...
Wait, a
corroborate
divine
save?
smite on the necklace or on the chain?
On the very crystal itself.
Alright, I'm gonna take it.
So we're going to destroy the thing that's meant to show its status.
Well, let's make sure that we have a fairly good sense as to how we could recreate it first, then smite the fuck out of it.
Would before we
Forge
last
first. Forge first, fuck up later.
No, I'm not even saying fully forge it. I'm totally on. Gregory does not like this thing. He's pretty put off by it. But to be fair, he's like Gregory at this point in time is like, oh, did the previous Empress, like purple curtains, burn every single one in the kingdom? He's kind of that approach. So he doesn't like it because she had it as a primary thing. The fact that it is also corrupted and shit, kind of a bonus, So, but forgery seems like a good thing to do, just as a means of, if we need it later, we should have an idea of how to recreate one. Especially if someone is going to be under the assumption that Gregory is controllable. That gives us an advantage. Oh, fuck. One sec.
Mm,
Hey,
Let's
but
just
DM,
have-
do you a question?
I saw the question. Can't figure out if smiting the gem will destroy the gem itself. Typing because people can talk. Yep. There's a possibility. There's a distinct possibility.
Okay, let's see what I have.
But it's either you could also, but it's either there's multiple ways to figure this one out, guys. Just
We're gonna
take away and go.
is gonna try to take a sketch of the focus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I usually do sleight of hand for sketching, but I'm looking at your passive, and you can draw a reasonable sketch. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been sketching this whole time without making checks. Oops. But before we smite this, one sec. Cot's gonna cast identify on the gem before we blow it to smithereens.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Just see if that gets us any more information than a 34 Arcana check in Combined Sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you casting identify?
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I need.
Would some kind of restoration spell have any effect on this thing?
I need. Hold
Oh
on.
God. Oh no. Is it a charisma save?
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom. Okay, that's better.
With disadvantage.
Motherfucker.
You're right next to me, so remember
I was
to
gonna
add
say
+5.
plus how many?
5.
Oh,
Not halal.
Oh,
12.
That's
you said
12.
Opal gave him an inspiration, right? I never used it.
yes.
Time to
So
roll
plus
that.
5. How much is the inspiration at this level?
I'm pretty sure it's a D10, but let me check to make sure.
Yeah, it's a D10.
Wait, come on, 12 plus. Okay, 19.
And we're fucking with our pants on.
You gotta
Counts.
cast identify. And then almost immediately. Alright, so just for reference, who is currently holding the fucking thing right now?
Cut would be.
Oh boy. So.
I want to be clear, though, he's learned from the sword. He is holding it in gloved hands with, like, an extra barrier. If he has to touch it barehanded for identify, he's only doing that with one hand.
Okay. So, you're holding this thing, and all of a sudden, like, this, like, ethereal purple tendril just whips out and whips out. No
Is
one
this
else-
visible just to Cot or to the whole party?
Just the cot.
Oh,
It whips out, and luckily, because Karus is there, you just you just managed to instinctually drop it, and then the tendril disappears.
The fuck was that?
what was what?
Did no one else see the weird eldritch tendril come out when I tried to cast identify?
Gregory
No.
groans a bit. I could have predicted that, but
All right,
good to
so
know.
what the fuck was it, mister?
The number was 19, right?
Yeah.
You were one off from being a fucking meat puppet.
All right, so besides the meat puppet thing, what the fuck was that? Because Gregory said he could predict what it was. So what the fuck was it?
I'm not predicting. Like, Gregory doesn't know concretely what's going on, but like, the magic-y artifacts that were in the possession of someone who Flesh was also possessing for a while is probably fairly dangerous. I was kind of
Yeah,
just waiting
no
That's the
for
point.
No shit, it's dangerous. I
Yeah.
don't do this thinking there's going to be no risk. When I ask what the fuck it is, let me be clear. I mean, does anyone specifically know what the fuck that was?
Can I manifest someone to roll Arcana
I-
for Gregory or no?
I
I
Right,
can-
I
like
can do that.
34 Arcana farther.
Ooh, or
I can do-
history.
I can do it.
Hey,
And I'm gonna
36.
help. Oh, actually, I'm not gonna help at all.
You don't need to.
All right. And what was that you were trying to parse there, Craigery?
If there is anything of historical background that I could draw from this thing, what I like, is there anything in Calrin history or anywhere's history really that would refer to this?
So there is a piece of history that you can recall. Generally speaking, whenever prisoners were indicted or indicted by the empress herself, commonly speaking, the crystal would also be used as part of as something of a component for a ritual. This ritual, if you to remember, would you would remember, by the way, is the same one that was mentioned in the book that previously notes that when Colrin took prisoners in, they marked them with the very same runes, or not the very same, excuse me, similar runes to that of Flesh's design.
Gregory asked the question, how old do we figure Flesh is?
How
What is our
old?
estimate?
I'll
Yes.
be right back. I just heard something.
I mean, ancient, I imagine.
There's similarities here. And I
How so?
Gregory recounts what was
Shit,
just told.
fuck, be right back.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
Mine's
We take a
extremely
sec.
fucked up.
Should we take a second? Because it sounds like Haley is putting out fires.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Recording's continuing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Gregory, like we were saying before, yeah, that happened. You recalled something something of a striking similarity, and it kind of hits you like this, like, wait a fucking minute.
Yeah.
That's what this bitch has been using this whole time?
This Flesh is very old.
So
Oh,
the
no.
Empress has been allied with Flesh for a lot longer than we assume.
Gregory will say, I'm somewhat skeptical at the concept of allied in this case, but probably some approximation
Associated
thereof.
with.
Yes, associated with, enthralled by
More
the
a
bitch,
parasitic relationship than a mutual.
the bitch of, like, you know, that kind of thing. And that leads to more problems, it turns out. Because at this point in time, we're not entirely sure how far this goes. If it was simply at the highest level with the Empress, which was already problematic enough, or if some of the others in the upper echelons are involved.
I mean, I doubt this is just one person.
Gregory's gonna look at the crystal again, be like, "Did someone take a sketch of this yet?"
Yes.
And he's gonna look at Curse.
Yeah.
Please
And
smite it.
Opal will hold up a sketch.
Please smite it.
Actually, I have an idea. Gregory.
Out of character, would a restoration spell do anything?
I think we asked. Oh wait, no, that was you who asked that. We never got an answer.
You could try.
Well, Gabe, or not Gabe, Ian has just sent me an interesting concept. Ian, what is Soul Cage?
Basically, whenever you kill somebody, you trap their soul, and then you can use it to do dicky things with. I believe that if Gregory, do you know the spell Soul Cage?
Again, I'm not near my computer. Can someone
You do.
Gabe
You do. You do. That's why I'm asking you. You just
dab?
Yeah,
Gregory will
you do.
nod. Dab.
Gregory just dabs. That's the dab of knowledge.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I believe that this entity here has some aspect of life, perhaps a soul, perhaps some degree of animus. And I believe we could trap that animus, study it using Soul Cage.
All right. Let's do it. It's worth a try at least.
Let me just double check and see what the material component is for Soul Cage.
I mean,
It's technically when a humanoid dies, so this is up to like Gabe whether he wants to be a chat or not, or this thing is actually like living. Just trying to see what we could do to imprison this thing so that we could study it further.
Well, let's get the logistics out of the way. The materials required would be a silver cage to start with. That's something I don't think anyone in this group has, unless they want to pull something out of their ass magically.
Is there
Okay.
is there an apiary here? Oh,
Give
no,
me
that's for
5
bees.
seconds.
Aviary.
yeah.
But I will say that if you cast Soul Cage on this thing, it will break the chain.
Huh, interesting. Why?
If Gregory or Bruce brings that up, Cot is just gonna reply, all right, let's. You said there's an aviary, let's fucking do that immediately.
Yeah, is there a place with birds around here where we can find a fancy bourgeois silver cage?
God, I wish I was playing my character from Olivia's game.
That's the
She could just
action
make
voice.
one.
Ugh, creation birds.
Like glass jar work.
I will say this. Cot is an experienced thief. Oh god.
Would
And
glass
Sorry,
this is
jar
just
with some
fine.
holes poked in the lid work?
Ooh. Oh, sorry, I just got a very concerning message from Gig, but I'll panic about that later.
Can we
So-
do the Ganondorf fight in Ocarina of Time with this and just use a glass bottle with a cork on top?
I mean, okay, I'll be fair. If you guys want, if you want to just like, if you have like an extra, I think you're able to cast 7th level, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not many, but a few.
I'll just say fuck it. You could give me just do a 7th level casting a soul cage, and I can say you can without the meandering, without the fucking about, because you with the extra spell slot you produce the fucking cage.
Dab. Right.
Well, let's do this.
All right.
I'm gonna bring my rapier up in the air, and Gregory, you need me to roll that for you?
Well, what I'll do, I need you to consume the spell slot, but what I also need is I'd like to cast either haste or my own custom spell as a means of like being ready with quicker reactions, just in case, because I don't really want whatever this is in there to escape, either to fuck us over later or before we can study it. So,
Gregory's chronomatic stutter.
yeah, that's the one.
Okay. That's concentration. Is Soul Cage concentration?
Oh, yeah, check that real quick.
It is not. So, all right, cool. All right,
Yeah, do it.
I'll cast Gregory's chronomatic stutter for you.
All right,
Right.
so
And I will cast Soul Cage at 7th level for you.
all right.
Where that
Imagine-
is.
And then next, I'm going to ask that Kurus slam this thing with this hard as a divine smite as he can.
Alright, I'm gonna bring my blade high in the air, and I'm gonna try to drive the blade so that it attacks only the corruption, so that hopefully the item is freed from the corruption and remains intact. And now I'm gonna drive my blade into it. So that is going to be 6 radiance for a 4th level smite. How is that?
No,
even...
it's because it's the 2d8 counter.
Oh, so all right, so it's 19. It's 19 radiant then.
Yeah,
God,
it's
that's
19.
fucking terrible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why the dice hate you on your smite rolls. It's weird. I will say because it's an object and because you have, I'm going to double that damage because of a reason that that because of something the sword can do. That is 38. You put. I will.
Wait a
just,
minute. This thing is undead or a shape changer?
It's technically an object made by the undead, so damaging it does a lot. I just need another smite from you.
All right.
I'll
Yeah,
give you your
one
second
more.
attack on this.
Got one more left in me. All right, so that's gonna be
42. That's enough. Okay, so 38, 42. That is. That's 80 points of damage altogether. That's the threshold I needed you to beat. All right, so you put like with most of your with your blade like tipped in like tipped in this gold wreathed in gold energy. You push this into the crystal. The crystal itself isn't damaged primarily, and then all of a sudden, all of you can see like these purple, like kind of waving ethereal like tendrils, just kind of just waving about wildly, and then it just pushes itself out, and you get what appears to be like, it's kind of like, I want to say it's like looking at like like a gazer, except like it's just it's more or less like a gazer mixed with like a beholder. That's what you're looking at right now.
all right.
Very small, but like
The fuck out of this.
But the moment, but it's only, you only get to see it for a moment until Gregory's soul cage with its with its ethereal green silver traps the creature.
I
Question,
already
are we all
want
able
it.
to see it?
Sorry. My
Question,
internet
are
fucked.
we all able to see it now?
You've all seen it. I can.
Just going to tap. Almost going to tap the page. It's so tiny.
I want to name it Tuppence.
I second that.
This thing is very defiant until it realizes it cannot escape. As you watch it just like crack, just like swing itself at the cage, just ramming it with all it can.
Look,
but it
he's
can't.
angry.
It's very angry.
All right, so
Look, he's so angry.
it's been a weird couple days.
The crystal returns to a red, like a ruby red.
Nice.
See now it looks better. Now it goes with your outfit.
What color
Okay.
is my scarf?
Whatever color would go best with Gregory's outfit.
Because if we're going,
Like,
Deep reddish.
Whatever, like a color that would really complement the cape.
Okay.
Same for the hat.
Right.
okay. I don't know that
Deep
Craig.
wine purple that's super dark and would really bring out the ruby red.
So basically,
Yes.
what I already wear normally, got it, which is red, purple, and black,
Indeed.
See, now it goes with your outfit.
and occasionally pink. Anyway, so
The more obnoxious the pink, the better.
Hmm?
The more obnoxious the pink, the better.
oh yeah, that's how I am. I mean, you know, I only come in one form, and that's extra. Anyway, Gregory's now got a bottle of Tuppence.
Is that a? Am I hallucinating, or is that a goddamn mini beholder?
Yeah, now I suppose we should probably. Is that like a nature check for what this thing is?
I'm gonna tell you, there's no like. like just from your passive alone, like this isn't a natural creature. Nothing about this creature is natural at all.
But it looks like a mini beholder.
A mini
Let's
beholder crossed with a gazer.
let's go over to our expert of things that are not natural, Bruce. Tell us about this thing.
Oh boy.
Let me see if I've ever spotted this cut in my life.
I'm gonna call it a gaze holder.
Gaze holder sounds.
All right, I'm
That
taking
sounds
that.
good.
It's a gaze holder now. Let's have fun with
That's
that.
that sounds great. All right.
I'm gonna roll history to see if I've spotted this creature before.
This is a novel encounter for you.
Curious.
Like you know that you can tell definitely from its look that it embodies like traits of a beholder and a gazer, and some aspects, like even from the long tendrils, like you would almost describe it as a flump.
Intriguing.
You you do notice something that's kind of interesting to you at first, and then it's a detail that's like that's a little hard to miss. This thing is carrying runes, but from your memory, they're also the same kind of runes that you would look at if you were. Yeah, it's similar in make to the ones that are on flesh. Like that are excuse me, not on flesh, from flesh. Duh.
Good. Well, it seems that our alterating influence has been handled. What do you say we put Gregory right where they belong?
Having attention back on him again, he is uncomfortable, but appreciative. Just uncomfortable because autism.
Gregory, are you familiar with the coronation rites?
Familiar enough, not from a first-hand experience, of course.
Oh,
That's his
should-
version of it. That's his version of a joke. He's gonna try to audibly chuckle at that, even though it's not really funny. But he's trying to diffuse tension. This is the most personality I've ever given Gregory. This entire fucking game.
I like the development.
It's just like, oh shit, he's cute and autistic, which is more or less my type.
All right.
Still tapping at Soul Cage, kind of.
Yeah, Tuppence is just there in the jar.
So
I don't
you're
think it's
newly
gonna
named you're newly named Tuppence. Speaking of that, Curus, the divine sense, I'm gonna say, would have picked up on the fact that those chains were broken upon the casting of Soul Cage. The creature is now trapped, and presumably the chains on the people at the docks might be gone. Presumably.
Wait, gone?
Wait, wasn't it by royal decree that those fuckers were going to be disintegrated?
Well,
By whose orders?
I was gonna say it's just been rescinded. Maybe.
Consider it revoked.
I suppose that is a question though. Were they?
Yeah,
they
so what do you mean by gone? Like,
Were they sus cunts or are they not sus?
I'm saying that I don't know. I'm saying that the runes on those people might be gone. So the thing that might be afflicting them, the reason why they might be, disintegrated in the first place, might no longer be an issue.
Oh,
okay,
hell
thank
yeah.
God. The way you phrased it the first time, I thought you said the people were
Probably
gone.
disintegrated on purpose.
Oh, Vicky's gonna be real happy. All right. Hell yeah. We've done a good thing.
For once.
Scott lets out a very audible sigh of relief.
Now, Gregory, how do we get this coronation started? Is there some kind of large horn I have to blow into, or do
You
I simply?
you are very intent on getting this going, huh?
I'd also like to know if I have to, I don't know, light a fire in a chimney or something.
Oh, like the Pope.
Yes.
Yeah, Gabe, how does this work?
Well, you know for a fact that you can't do it now.
Why not?
'Cause Gabe hasn't prepped for it.
No, it's not even close to that. It's more like you realize that in order to, oh, I don't know, rule a kingdom with like 3 royal families, you need to get get everyone's approval first.
And
So let's
this
go talk to those Warons.
this is why we're letting my sister have a political marriage. I knew she'd be useful.
The Alcuins, you surmise, probably won't have a choice. They could agree, or they could also just be politically ostracized, or wiped out.
The Alquins, you mean my family? Why'd they say no?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I messed up. Not the Alquins, the Tanaks.
Oh, well, yeah.
Gonna
Yeah.
say, is Arethia part of that family, or does she just work for them?
You haven't asked.
We should ask that, because
Oh, do you have an inn?
we might have an in with the Tanox.
Oh, well done. Y'all have been busy while I was out taking a fat shite.
Mm. Oh, this was before you were taking the fat shot.
That's my reasoning for why Gregory was
Who's the third royal family? The
Brash.
dude who's simping for your sister.
The Barash.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it would be that would be his son.
I was gonna say that's the brashed head's son. I mean, the son's a bit of a cunt, but let's be real. But you know,
I mean, it seems like they're already pretty set on being tied to your family, so hopefully they're not too hard to convince.
hopefully not. That is definitely the operative word.
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless, we should probably arrange a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Shall
well-
I deliver a message?
Yeah, I was gonna say before even saying, Gregory just looks at Opal. I believe you're acquainted with the son, right? He's gonna hate this.
He's got a really nice carriage.
One
Cra-
that,
Cra-
one that you
Or
could
super
actually
nice, too.
probably catch again, most likely.
See it.
She absolutely will.
Gregory probably hasn't finished talking by the time she's just like jumping for it, like out the window, and gone. Do it.
She will pop back in briefly to ask, okay, what am I asking him to meet and where?
Alcuin Manor. What time? 1 day's time. 1 day's time. For
Tomorrow, what time?
High tea.
Got it. And then she's off.
This is where I figure out if Gabe knows what time that would be at. Because is Gabe cultured or is Gabe not cultured?
What was the fiance's name again?
Cunthead.
Write that down as Cunthead Barashed.
Perfect.
Perhaps we should go check on those people that were going to be executed at the dock, and then we can make our way towards the houses.
Sorry, just as one final thing to that non sequitur. I just imagine it's a little bit like Gary Oak from Pokemon, where at the beginning of the game it's like, what was his name again? And Gregory's just written.
Oh my god!
Gregory's just written content in his notes, and Gabe's like, "That's right, his name was content." Stupid headcanon, but funny.
He's going to have Opal dropping into his carriage in the exact same way, by the way.
All right.
Nice.
I'm gonna pitch that one over. Okay. So y'all make your long, somewhat not so arduous journey towards the docks.
So, before we go completely into that, I had we skipped over that thing that I'd said Cot was doing for a couple sessions, which was searching the castle for survivors.
Oh, we're searching for survivors. Okay.
Cot has been anxiously just kind of physical, like very visibly like stress stimming, waiting for this conversation to finish so he can drag like probably Argus and whoever wants to come to look for survivors.
Do we bother to stop to look for survivors? That's a question.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say if people go off to the docks, Pot's just gonna do probably the most rogue thing he has ever done and just dip to look for survivors.
Alright, so Cot, Argus, and I guess Craigery is also going to be involved in this?
I mean, this is Gregory's palace now, so I guess why not?
Alright.
Does it
Probably
matter?
do something to secure the palace, because if someone takes the palace, we will have to take it again, which would be annoying.
Exactly, which is why we probably don't want to leave immediately.
Oh yeah. No, this is the same principle as when like Gregory came back to his ancestral home and came through the like servants entrance. So it's the same principle as why you do that.
Alright. You know what? Perception or investigation, whichever is higher for y'all.
Fuck yeah.
Investigation.
Someone roll for me. I'm about to get to my computer.
It's just a 31.
That's a 31. And that's
Watch me roll for Craigery and get a good roll.
Cot, you literally rolled a 31 just now.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
How much fucking higher do you need?
It could have been a 36.
Alright.
I'm
There's
kidding.
never been a DC higher than 30.
This is how Luan rolls work. Luan will roll like a 30 for something by like getting a natural like 2.
Yeah. Expertise is the only reason I ever succeed any checks.
I'm gonna hold that for a second. Hey, Opal, what is your method of delivery?
She's going to land herself in you boy's cart again.
Oh, this should be good. You,
Here's a very important question. Is he with anyone else?
nope. It is just him inside
Awesome.
Are you sure that he and Gregory's sister aren't just making out in the backseat? And she interrupts this.
the cart. Very funny. No. Anyway. So,
She's going to drop herself into the seat beside him with her arms behind her head in a sort of like relaxing fashion. And as she lands, go, "Hey, hi there again, friend."
Oh dear gods, why? Is there something I can help you with?
How you been?
I'd be feeling much better if I didn't have I didn't have a bird shit out a human out on a humanoid out onto me. So do tell, what do you want?
Well, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Anyway, my friend would like to meet with you tomorrow at, what was it said, high tea?
High tea, you said?
Yes. The
Did you get the
Arquin Met.
There you go. Thank you. High tea indeed. Alright. Very well. Anything else? Should I ask my father to accompany you?
She's going to send Gregory a message asking.
Yes. I was literally just thinking as Gabe said that, I'm like, oh bollock, I knew I forgot something.
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Indeed. Now,
And you'll get to see your fiance.
what was that?
It said, and you'll get to see your fiance. It's a win-win.
I'm sorry, I did not understand a single fucking thing you said. What
I
was
said,
that?
I said, and you get to see your fiance. It's a win-win.
I suppose. Now, do you have anything better to do, or you're just going?
Let's have one more cup. You know, you two really are cute together. And then she just fucking takes off.
You hear him yelling about installing a roof.
She probably still find a way to get in like that.
This
Fucking
is what
slings herself in through the window and chills.
this is what you get for having a convertible fucking carriage.
I was gonna say, I imagine it has like some kind of, if not like a full convertible cloth roof, like a parasol or some shit to keep their delicate royal skin safe from sun or whatever, and Opal just Kool-Aid mans through it.
Look, I'm just saying.
Every fucking time.
Opal is the subtle way of Gregory approaching it. If this guy fucking fucks with Gregory or anything, Opal will
Quote
be
unquote
too subtle.
subtle.
Oh yeah, no. Relative to other ways I had planned to do this previously.
Yes, nothing like sending like a human-sized fucking brick through the window.
It could have been a human-sized Molotov cocktail.
If only
That would have been hope.
a man can dream.
I think I still have the Molotov cocktail in my bag from when we confronted the Mummy Lord.
Yeah. Anyway,
Technically, if any of you have alcohol, you have a lot of Molotov cocktails.
all right.
Oh, so Cock can make a lot more Molotov cocktails.
All right. So let's get back on track. All right. Back to the nerds on the investigation end.
Yep.
As it turns out,
Opal will start making her way towards them.
I will actually say that you make it back in record time, so you're with this group when this happens.
She fucking does a superhero landing.
Oh, perfect. Even better.
It makes no impact because she has hollow bird bones.
Kat, your investigation, like as you're just digging about and just messing about looking for survivors, you know, you think about, if there was like a panic room or something in this castle, which would make sense in some logistics. You you tug on a book on a book in a bookshelf, and in a relatively indescript area of the castle, and the bookshelf opens into a hallway.
I fucking knew it. Rich people always have this same exact goddamn room. Alright.
I mean, what else is a library for other than drinking in it and concealing hidden passageways?
Oh yeah, exactly. When I used to I mean sometimes usually I'd pickpocket, but when I would steal from houses, usually they had like something like this.
Oh, I should be clear, by the way, that was me talking out of character. To Gregory, the idea of like drinking in a library, he'd just be like, "Why would you do that?"
I spaced for a second. What opened?
Secret passage open to a hallway, and Cot is going through it.
Okay, so it's like a thing in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say if it was like a thing in the floor, it would have been fucking hilarious if Opal went to go superhero land and just opened beneath her.
Oh, that would not have gone as well, huh?
Would have been bad, but it would have been funny.
It would have been funny.
I was initially thinking about having you break your ass doing that, but all right.
Just like a Mario kind of like butt stomp.
What the hell are those numbers?
Yeah, I
well.
was gonna say, who keeps... What are you smiting?
I'm just checking
theory
stuff.
crafting here. Looks like.
Okay. Yeah. Cot is hyper focusing on finding people.
Right here, I'm gonna call for like a 10-minute break because food.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. And
I'm probably not.
Recording's
low.
back on. Anyway, so you just kind of, so you're just like you just see the inside of this this hallway, and you're like, we're not ready for this yet. Is that the
Nope.
logistics I'm getting?
Yeah.
All right.
all right, while Cruz takes a nap because short rest is gonna do jack shit for Cod.
I was talking like a long rest. Do we have time for a long rest?
You would have to probably leave if you did a long rest. Like you would have to leave the scene entirely.
Yeah, I have 2 spell slots and I'm down half my HP. I would like to long rest. Definitely suggest we have a nice, pleasant nap.
All right.
I mean, but if all right, is there time before while people are going off to sleep? Because he doesn't have a ton of spell slots, but he does have his full health. To go at least like check the servants' quarters and stuff in places that the castle has collapsed in case there's anyone who can't wait 8 hours for help.
You can check.
Yeah.
Opal will assist him on that.
All right. So Opal and Cot, and then Argus as well
Yeah.
are going to be going.
And to be clear, he's gonna ask Argus like, look, you don't have to come, but I'm real worried there are people here who are gonna need a cleric's help.
Meanwhile, Curtis in the background is like, "What am I, chopped liver?"
Well, Curtis is taking a nap.
Curtis is indeed
Power
taking a
napping.
nap.
Guru's talking in his sleep.
Oh, you can't do that. That's a persimmon.
He's not chopped liver. He is braised cabrito.
All right, fair enough.
Much tastier than liver.
Argus walks up and starts kind of opening the vault door. Within relative minutes, like he swings the vault door open, and y'all are able to enter. Those of us who are going in initially.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm going.
He's not. If Curtis looks pretty beat up, Cot's gonna whisper to Argus, "Can you maybe heal Curtis a little bit? He looks a bit dinged up here."
I could. All right, it's time for the flask. Anyone remember this bit?
Wait, is this the thing that gives us a long rest?
Yep.
Alright, I'm just gonna immediately poof it.
You chug
Oh.
it. You get a long rest. He passes it over to Opal.
Yeah.
Does Opal take the flask?
Sure.
All right. You get a long rest if you drink from it.
Yeah.
All right, and then he hands it to Cot.
Tastes like.
I don't think this question has actually come up.
Oh yeah, what does it definitely? What does it taste like? I'm very curious now.
Has this come up? I'm not sure. I can't remember because the last time we did this was on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like the love of a good woman.
That and blueberries.
Same thing.
This blueberry moonshine?
Technically, it's whatever flavor you can think of before drinking it.
I was gonna say moonshine would make sense for a Twilight cleric of a moon goddess.
But yes, it is a moonshine, so to speak.
Nice.
All right. He opens. The vault is open. How do y'all proceed?
Pot's gonna crawl down the dungeon. Wait, why can't I move?
Cruz is using Cot as his seeing eye dog.
Oh, look, loot!
There is in fact something. There's something over there.
A large suspicious statue of some kind of fucking nerd.
Yep, that is in fact a statue.
I am going to look at it and see if it seems to have any kind of outwardly magical properties, like a glow or a shimmer or something.
Mm, it just looks, it typically looks like a statue. One thing you do know, however, is the odd luminescence of the waters. What appears to be water in this area.
And it's pulsing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a PP check here. Okay,
Nobody,
does anyone
nobody,
wanna
nobody appreciated my joke.
help me with my PP check?
Yeah. Pot's gonna investigate the water
Okay.
after that.
Hey, what's that object in the bottom left corner? I'm gonna go investigate that after Cot does that thing.
Okay. So, Cot, while you go to investigate it, while while Kurz gets his gets the attention. While the odd statue gets in the bottom left gets Kuros's attention. Uh, Besides the algae in this water, it's yeah, it is a little weird, but like this is definitely water with a type of magical property to it.
Opal is curious.
Is this something that could potentially we could tell a type of magic with an Arcana check, or do we need a spell?
It would be Arcana.
Okay.
You could tell it from Arcana or from a spell.
Can I switch to
36.
Chrome?
Jesus.
Fuck.
There's my one nat 20. It's always on a weird investigation check.
Can I investigate this room?
Sure.
That one.
Oh yeah, we're coming back over to the room when we're done here too.
I'm going to pat Opal on the back. Wait, actually, they're all the fuck over there together.
The hell?
We all there? What do we find?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I just saw something that was weirding me out for a sec. Anyway.
I can't use Bardic Inspiration on myself, can I?
No, you
cannot.
could. I remember bestowing that character the ability to do it. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, the secret archives. Firefly, seasons 2 through 6.
Oh,
Maybe.
How do I add a D10 to that?
Just do /R D10 and just add it.
Alright, that's a 21. You peer around the room, and besides a couple of, like, uniquely magical knickknacks, this seems to be, like, a treasury of, like, of beloved items, for the most part. They don't seem to have any magical, magic
There's
to them.
loot.
There is in fact a loot, and it's in good condition.
resisting taking it right now. Because technically, this might all be Gregory's shit now.
All right, going over to Curse. That's a Curse. You stare at what appears to be a monolith. Like it doesn't have any standard runes that you recognize. However, there seems to be a basis for some kind of ritual on this. You're not sure what though.
Hot. Please examine this.
Yeah, one sec. There's something weird with this water.
Yeah. So,
I assume.
All right, Cot.
God, the temptation to just push them into the fucking water.
Do it.
Opal is going to find a feather that is about ready to shed,
All right.
or ready to molt, and dip it in the water.
Good idea.
Okay. So someone guessed it. You take out a feather you're about to shed. It doesn't look the greatest. It looks like it's pretty much just about to go. You dip it into the water and it looks brand new, like it just came yesterday.
I didn't guess shit. I was just curious.
Fergus, is this the stuff you have in your flask or something?
Huh.
Hell no.
Is that
Although it does explain how
Gonna-
how everyone around here seems to have been living for so long.
Oh, this is how they do it. Huh. So does that with that 36 Arcana, is this basically like the Fountain of Youth, like, or like a pool of Revivify or some shit?
Effectively, not so much the pool of Revivify.
Literally, I didn't guess shit. I just wanted to touch the water without actually touching it because she's not that stupid.
Nice.
But you guessed it, so I'm giving it to you.
Good for
Very
Opal,
cool.
because Cot was about to dip a finger in it.
You would have had a very young finger. It would have looked very weird.
Yeah, he doesn't want to turn into a baby. Interesting.
God
Are you
damn.
having more thoughts of pushing us into the water, Curtis?
Maybe.
If Cot turns around and sees Cruz there, he's just gonna stare at him.
Bruce is waiting for you to stop dicking around with the water. So that
He's
you
a
can
goat
examine
man, right?
yourself.
He's a goat man, right?
Yeah.
He could be
Yeah,
a kid
I would turn
again.
into a kid. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would turn into a kid again. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I'm gonna go hang myself now. I'll be right back. So, anyway, Scott, would you please examine this monolith for me?
Oh yeah, definitely. Could before doing that, could Cot take a vial of this water?
Sure.
Oh my god, we're turning all the BBEGs into babies.
How much could he take?
Fucking all of y'all just walk into the next fight with a fucking super soaker, I swear to fuck.
Be a damn
Oh,
shame if you would have suddenly become
oh,
a prepubescent boy, huh?
Opal wants to take a vial as well.
How much can we get? Sleight of hand
Whatever
check?
containers that will be able to hold water, you could use.
Great. He's probably almost done with at least one of the giant bottles of bourbon he stole. Well, not stole, but took from the Oberden. So he's gonna polish off one of the bottles and put some
Road.
water in there.
Ah, yes, the waters of youth. A brand new drink for Budweiser.
Also, I have 4 water skins, so
Yep, yep. Go ahead, just load it up. I already know. I
4.
I fully anticipated this.
Yeah, do I
regret
have to make
nothing.
a check?
Opal just wants to take like 1 or 2 vials, like small vials.
You jackasses walk out in super soakers. I'm quitting. That's it. That's it for me.
So
Ooh, I know how to modify.
will this, since this restored the damage to her feather, would this restore, like, would this reverse damage?
What kind of damage?
Like, just in general.
Like lost HP.
In theory, yes. You would have to take a very quick dip, and this is like I would say waist high water.
All right. What is up with the statue Chris is looking at?
Question, is this stuff glowing?
Yes.
It is so very tempting to drink it.
Do it. Do it.
Yes, the stuff that looks like Nuka-Cola Quantum covered in algae. Sounds like a great idea.
Drink it. Do it.
You don't knock Nuka-Cola Quantum until you try it.
Wait, I have a really stupid idea. Hold on a second.
Opal's already the youngest in the group. That might not be a good idea.
Should be even lower past the age of drinking.
Okay, so I have summoned.
Oh my
Parsival,
god!
And I am now gonna have Parsival drink the water.
Oh my god.
All right. Parsival trots out, looks at
Oh
you.
my-
You nod at him. He reaches down. He drinks he drinks the water, and suddenly you're staring at what appears to be a filly.
Oh,
Staring at what appears to be a what?
A filly.
Billy. Opal
Billy.
immediately.
I didn't know Parsifal was a girl.
So cute. Parsival is immediately being petted.
Oh yeah.
All right, now.
Parsifal
that we
is
have
getting
figured
curry
out-
comb scritchies.
Now that we have figured out what the waters do, shall we examine this? Hey, a medium creature can ride a medium creature, so I am now going to get on top of tiny horse Parsival,
Ooh.
and it still works.
It still
Stupid,
works.
Oh.
Just imagine a hummingbird trying to carry a whole mouse.
It just works.
Those
Okay,
spindly little legs
so-
are gonna break.
So, shall we examine the monolith in the lower?
Yeah, so what's up with
He
the monolith?
says while on Parsival's tiny back.
On the monolith, you notice the following: there are several runic symbols. One of which, all of which appear to be related to.
Can I get a dazzle token in mine?
Yeah, sure thing. Would you like fries with it?
Yes.
Anyway.
They'll go great with the fountain of youth water. Thank you.
Anyway. Let's see. Okay.
Wait, how is there algae growing?
Hold on. Too much. I need to
Wait,
describe this.
yeah.
What's up?
How is the algae growing?
I imagine there's some kind of arcane light source.
Yeah, but like, shouldn't it just be like de-aging it?
The algae.
Oh, that is strange.
De-alging.
Yes.
That might be something you have to figure out.
Opal is going to take a sample of the algae.
I know what I wrote.
Opal is definitely taking a sample of the algae.
All right. You've taken a sample of the algae.
All right, we can look at
More than one. Because if we're doing experiments, we need to have control of it.
All right. Now, anyway, let me get back to the description that I was trying to do for this monolith. All right. Speaking of which, like I was saying, on this monolith, you notice that there are several runic sigils on it. You notice that all of them appear to have an alignment going from up to down, from left to right. You forming what appears to be a cross. It's like, imagine a plus sign, not so much like a cross like the Christian cross. Um, you press. You notice that upon pressing on one aspect, pushing it.
Gabe, you want more pizza?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
You upon pushing it, you realize that it leaves a light on the monolith itself.
Hey, special. Where'd you play that?
I left it back in the kitchen.
He says you got it, Mom.
Huh.
So you push it, and then there appears to be a light is left behind. If you leave your hand there, it leaves your handprint behind.
Opal is going to take one of Dazzle's paws and put it on the monolith first for a very split second.
All right, you do so. It leaves a small little talon print. I'll say.
Aww.
A few moments later, all of it disappears, and a stone etched with those prints appears at the top, basically right here at the step of the statue. Excuse me, the step of the monolith. Containing all the prints you put on it. The statue
What?
the statue on the far right begins to light up, and it asks and you hear it intone a simple question. Tell me of some gift me of something of past, of present, and possibility, and I shall open the way.
Is 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 it the water? Is it the algae?
Past, present, and possibility.
I mean, the water is in the present, reverts things to their past, and there's the possibility. There's a lot of possibilities with it.
Is there like a place at the statue to put offerings or?
You imagine that the where it's like where it's holding itself out at arm's length would probably be a good, ideal place to put anything.
All right, so out of characters, past, present, and possibility, so like some kind of old artifact or trinket from the past. Um, what check would it be to see if this has to be like a physical thing, or if like we could gift knowledge or something? Or could we intuit that we have to give the statue something tangible?
It appears that it would desire something tangible.
Scott's gonna turn to the rest of the group and ask, all right, I mean, before I give it anything, do you think,
Opal's got a very stupid idea.
all right, do you think we'll get
Opal
this?
wants Opal kind of wants to go over to the monolith, write past, present, and future on it with a finger, and see if it spits out a tablet with that on it.
You write it, and it spits out some the tablet. What do? You bring it, and I assume you bring it over to the statue.
She's gonna show it to Cot first.
I mean, might as well try, right?
I mean, maybe it might hurt her, right? But I'm gonna do it anyway. And she will put it in the statue's hand.
You plop it into the statue's hand. The tablet disappears, and the statue shakes its head no.
Damn.
And then it reintones what it asks. Bring me something of past, present, and possibility.
I mean, the past thing seems easy enough. Like if anyone has an old heirloom or trinket or anything, it's the present impossibility that I'm a little confused about.
Hear me?
Now I can.
I'm going
I
to
heard me.
I'm going to give it a song. I'm going to play it a song from my home country.
Opal will try her best to accompany your song.
I will do that with advantage then, I guess. Delightful in 18.
Opal doesn't think this is going to work, but she's going to help regardless.
Pot is going to help by not participating in this charisma-based check.
Beatboxing.
Thank you so much.
You go and give a song to your best of your ability. And you kind of it's something that you remember from your past, from deeper beyond, and you don't get all the lyrics right, but it's close to home. It is something of the past. However, the statue does nothing.
Going from the past, the present, and the future.
Well, it didn't reject it, so maybe we just need the present possibility.
And I do like an intelligence check to see if Cruz figures this shit out.
Yeah.
Do that. Oh god, he does not. Somebody else.
Mm. Nope. 15? For ideas? Or does
Cruz and Opal have about the same idea of what's going on.
does Opal have any more inspirations?
You think of the small tablet that you created earlier of your prince.
So Opal was on the right track with the monolith at least.
Yes. It's just you have to take it and put it all together. You have to give all three of them at once.
She'll write past, present, and possibility, or future, on its 3 separate tablets.
That was your previous.
No, she wrote them all on one.
No, you wrote it all in one, yes, but you're missing what I'm trying to say. The hint here is that you were on the right track when you gave it Prince. Like, if you gave it Prince, you would be on the right track. Present in everything that you is all in this room. You don't have to leave this place to find something else to find it. You just need past, present, and possibility.
Okay, so did the
She'll go to the monolith and get a tablet with her handprint on it.
All right.
And hold on to it for now.
All right.
Pot is gonna take a little bit of the algae for possibility because it's a living thing, it can reproduce, and there's a lot of possibilities in how that might happen based on the environment that it's in. So maybe if we take it out of the water, that'll count for possibility in future because this is a living thing with a lot of potentiality in it.
All right. So you take the algae out of the water, and what is it that you are putting it in exactly? Like a Are we talking like a vial? Are we talking about a little like a bottle? Like what are you taking it out of? Like what are you taking it from? Using to take out of it exactly?
I'll let you.
If you need something to grab with, there's a bunch of stuff in that room.
Oh yeah, can I go to the room and look for like a bowl or a tank or something like that, like
A
a
glass
container?
jar. You can find a
Yeah,
shitload of glass jars back there.
yeah, I'll do that. Something with a lid that you can open and close.
All right. Well, it doesn't have a lid. It just
Okay,
is. It just has it's just an open jar.
okay, that's fine. And place it delicately on the statue so it doesn't spill.
And Opal will place the handprint and a feather, just instead of a hunch.
All right.
But the feather is the thing in the present. The handprint is from the past.
The statue nods at both of these, and now all there is present.
That's the tricky one. Um, let me see. Okay, I want to be clear. I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna make a go at it.
Okay.
Um, he's gonna take out his jeweler's kit. This isn't gonna be anything super fancy. But just clip some lengths of wire and a couple uh glass beads, and he had been thinking of a gift he wanted to give a friend back home. So it is a present, I guess. But the point is more he just made this, so it is from the present, and he makes a little uh ring of uh copper wire and some yellow and orange glass beads. A little crude probably because he's trying to do this quickly, but
The statue. Okay. I'm just going to tell you outright. The moment you put down the this pendant onto the statue, it does not respond.
it's fair.
That's not it.
Present.
You'll try putting a vial.
Come again.
So she's going to try putting a vial of the water in the statue's hand.
The statue takes it, nods. You have presented me with past, present, and possibility, and it the statue begins to lurch forward.
Oh God.
You all move out of the way instinctually, and behind it, there appears to be a doorway. The statue has moved to the center here.
Okay. Gonna cautiously go through the door. I want to check out the loot room later. Why can't I fucking move my goddamn screen?
Why does Dazzle keep moving further?
Dazzle likes being ahead. It's probably because of positioning.
Oh, there's another monolith.
This one's more.
Interesting.
This one's more or less inert. Attempting to
It's
touch it does not invoke the same response.
I'm gonna read these papers that are on this desk over here.
Opal was just about to do the same thing.
yeah. That's the first move, and then investigate over here.
I'll just let Opal read it.
What does it say?
Someone's screeching out. I gotta pause again.
Hmm.
All right. So now that I'm back and a little less shenanigans afoot. All right. Let's see. So I'm presuming it's these that you're curious about.
Yes.
All right. You
I mean,
realize
other than the model, it's the first thing here.
it's a series of correspondences between the at the time the considered the royal alchemist Cecil and the empress.
Hmm.
Well, hey, Cecil's.
Okay.
It seems to be an exchange of letters between them. And as you kind of you begin to kind of dig digging a little deeper, it seems they had something of a relationship.
Oh.
Ooh. Since
You said
y'all
he
two
was
are since y'all two are just like off away from the desk, I just imagine y'all just hear Opal going, "Ooh, scandalous."
Pot immediately comes over to see what that's about.
Same description.
Yep. You said he was the royal elf?
It seems Cecil and the Empress were in a relationship.
Anyway, what are you looking at, Curse?
I'm curious about that doodad machine at the end of the hall.
That
She's
little
still
doodad?
she's still reading.
All right. You oh,
Bless you, my goodness.
well, that got caught in the recording. All right, so you see a series of beakers and vials, and it appears to be something that is. It appears to be a pump. It appears to be pushing water in and out. You imagine it would probably have to do with the pipes that are back from the statue's room.
Okay, interesting.
And Cot is going to make an investigation check at the room in general.
All right.
Looking for anything interesting. And I will say after Opal says like, "Oh hey, there's correspondence between Cecil and the Queen," and it looked like they had a relationship. A little weirded out by that, but other than that, is going to make this check with the thought, "Hey, is this like one of Cecil's labs? Maybe." 35.
No, this doesn't appear to be. Although it has it has some aspects of his creation and design. It doesn't appear to be like a place that he owned.
Okay. A place that he worked, maybe?
Like you can definitely surmise that he worked there, not so much like resided there.
Okay. And does it seem like which which party was was one of the parties in the letter, like was Cecil or the Empress writing those letters here?
You can very easily find like a quill and an inkwell.
you know,
Does it-
on the desk.
And does it match? Does it match the ink used by Cecil or the Empress?
It definitely is the Empress's inkwell.
Okay, so she have been down here recently. It seems like, or how recent? Can we tell when these letters are from, or at least like when the most recent letter was from?
The paper itself is relatively old.
Okay.
Like 10, like probably like a couple of decades ago.
Okay. So can we surmise that Cecil and the Queen are broken up now, or
They do not have They did not appear to have a relationship.
fantastic, perfect?
You cannot sit with us. You cannot.
Wait. Why is my vision tied to Dazzle? Why the fuck is my field of view tied to Dazzle and not Opal?
That's
It
weird.
might be a setting. I wonder if it's from. Usually, when Ira's around, Cot's vision's tied to that. So maybe it's a
You shouldn't
that
have
whatever setting
unrestricted
to that.
vision. You're able to move that object just fine. Whatever, we can look at it later.
Okay, so what does the 35 investigation check around the room find? Anything?
It finds spell books. Lots
Ooh.
and lots of fucking spell books.
Incredible. Cot is going to stuff as many of them as possible
Percentile roll, please.
in his bag. I'll say with a
Opal is
specific
following this
focus.
weird this hallway until she sees this massive load of fucking books out here.
That's a D100, right?
Yep.
What
God
happened
damn it.
here?
Okay. Actually, that's a bet. Like, I put that on the better range of like what you
Oh,
collect.
okay. I'd say specifically focusing on. I mean, he's just. I think his innate curiosity is kicking in, so whatever grabs his fancy.
It's definitely some of the heavyweight spells, if that's what you're concerned with.
Yes, yes, and he's also he's also been curious about Dunamancy since getting to Cauldron. So, if there are any of those,
Oh yes,
Now, question: is this water on the floor?
it's more of less like it's not water on the floor so much as it is just water inside a reservoir. So no, like
Oh,
like,
okay. Because over here, the edge, it looks like a puddle, but I can't see over here on the edge. It's actually like a solid wall.
but like the water is where it's supposed to be. It's not
you
spilled.
just see books floating out in the air.
What is going on here?
Can I scrutinize to see if any of them are divine magic?
Sure.
I need to get proficiency in perception. This is just there we go.
With the 16, yes, as a matter of fact, you can see
gonna-
one in the hundreds of books that are in there.
I'm gonna take that book.
You grab it. It almost as if it's like it just like as if the rest of the these books are flowing like a river. It comes to your hand when you reach out for it.
Opal is wandering.
Say,
Wink. Okay, if that is all we so I guess we'll review those books later.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I know it's becoming a long list here, but yes.
That is fine. I have a list.
Literally just note it in the. Oh my god! Just note it in the in lore corrections, and I'll throw it out when I get a chance.
And it's 9 heavyweight spell books. You said.
Like it's the heavyweight spells, yes.
Question: why is Parsible out in the middle of the room?
He's flying.
Opal is going to look to the north. What to look around the rest of the room? What does she see?
Some more flying books. It appears. It actually these books actually some of them trail off into the room over here.
Opal's going to like flap down because she doesn't feel like taking the stairs again.
All right. You head on
I guess
over.
investigation check as we walk through the pile of books.
Sure.
Ooh, there's another staircase. Oh, is the staircase to the left just like to get to the next, to like keep going forward? Okay, investigation.
So much exploring.
Pretty fun. I like exploring.
I like designing this shit.
Opal will call out to them. Hey, Critters, Cat,
Yeah.
There's
like
a door
calling
up
like she's calling out from somewhere else.
One sec. Can anyone help me look at these books?
She's going to send Dazzle out to go and fetch them.
Is Dazzle helping look at the books?
No, Dazzle's going to help fetch you
Oh, okay. 26 on investigation.
to show you where she's at.
Just.
I found another room full of books. What a surprise! Wait, and there's another door.
So many books. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anything fun in the mess of floating books?
Okay, what do I see here?
Ooh. Those look like artifacts.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Alright, real quick, what do I find in floating books?
Alabaster?
Whatever you find, you're now suddenly every light in the room in every corner of this area turns bright red.
And sorry, which corner of the room?
Every area in this place turns red.
Oh, well, that
That's
can't be
not
fucking
good.
good.
Oh god,
definitely-
guys!
Fine, I go follow the sound. Opal.
Oh
wait,
my
where?
god.
Oh god, wait.
I
I
know
wish-
where they are.
Question, where is Opal's token? I can't see it. Oh fuck.
I wish Foundry would just let you fucking drag your characters through walls instead of...
why? Like, I know
It's
where I want
so
to go.
fucking
Why
annoying.
are you doing this to me?
Where's
Literally-
Opal?
Probably all the way up here where the fucking dragon is.
No,
Yeah.
she went into that side doorway.
Oh, okay.
Which, if you give me a moment to actually get Dazzle out of this fucking doorway.
Oh, so you're here? Alright, I'm here. What is going on? Opal, what is the matter?
Okay, there's the token. I couldn't fucking see. What did you do? Like, everything in the place is red?
Yeah, everything, including the water.
Can we tell what triggered it?
I knew,
Alright, so what happened
someone
here?
was going to ask about the weird trinkets in the alabaster room. And suddenly, no surprise, there's something that's there.
Which one is the alabaster room? The one that everyone's in right now?
The
one that had the carpet that said Alabaster on it.
I did not see it.
The one that
Also,
Curtis
Gabe.
walked into.
Gabe, I demand that you send me this map, because this map is based. Where the fuck did you find this?
On Reddit. Like everything else. And
I need this
I
map.
also did the designing, by the way. There's some aspects of it that weren't there the lighting, especially, that's all me.
All right,
Love
so
it.
let's go.
Very good.
So should we go back to the alabaster room?
No, I did not say that. I said
Question. Question. What is there?
Is Parsifal at that location?
Yeah, I went to where Opal was because I heard
On my
moaning or
screen,
whatever.
Parsifal is just sitting there, just sitting in the.
I am still riding him. He's just underneath me.
Oh, I heard something break, and also my token disappeared.
What?
Yeah, I heard like a shatter sound.
No,
Was that like a
I
sound
know
effect?
that was the shadow was on purpose. Your token disappeared. No, I see it.
I found it. It was under the door.
Okay.
One of the
See,
vials break in that
I
other
wouldn't
room.
just walk right through that.
You start to feel a rumbling.
In my tummy.
No, like the ground is rumbling.
This is where I take my leave. Exit stage down. Exit stage south. There we go.
Exit stage south, huh?
Out of this room. Yeah.
Where's the rumbling? Does it feel like the building is coming down?
No, the building is not coming down. It just well, actually, no. It feels like the building is coming down.
Okay, where can we find the source of the rumbling? Like, what direction does it seem to be coming from?
You suddenly see Parsifal's horse going in the other direction from you, Opal. And out from...
Wait, Parsifal's horse?
Yeah, out from the out from what appears to from the reservoir appears to be a creature.
What the fuck?
One of red hot fucking rage.
In Draconic. Hi?
And we're going to end the session on that.